I know where we can go, and it's all you and me. We'll kiss the sky goodnight. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run. Lost all of your dreams, the night is harder. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness. Lost all of your dreams, the night is harder. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness. Feel me in the darkness. My shadows, they follow you like an accomplice. Lost all of your dreams, the night is harder. My shadows, they follow
Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Hold on a second. Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? I know you can't see me yet, hold up. I'm checking some things real quickly. But hi everyone. How is everyone doing? Is everyone doing good? Good like cheese? One moment. There it is. And then I check that. And then we should be Gucci. Yeah, we're Gucci. Alright, swap my scenes. Do this. There I am. Hi everyone, welcome. How's everyone doing? Is everyone having a good day, good night, been taking care of themselves, staying healthy, hydrated, and wearing the face mask? I hope y'all have. I've been very excited for the stream, and give me a moment as I take a sip of water. Hydration, important. But I don't know about y'all, but I've been very excited for this. Because, we played this on New Year's, Okami, and, we're gonna pick up where we left off, and I just love this game. Like, period. And I very much look forward to getting back into it. Like, very much so. And, yeah, no, just straight up. So this should hopefully be a lot of fun. I've talked about before, how, this game particularly isn't too much fun to watch, but at the same time it is. It's a beautiful game. This game's a lot more fun to play than watch, though, I will say that. But, we are going to play it. So, I'm going to go ahead and swap scenes and start launching up the game for us. So, desktop, play, and I also need to make sure I have a controller in hand. Hold on. Keyboard off, controller on. There we go. So now, I got my nice little controller. Yay! Ready to kick the boot. I'm going to kick their butt. Yeah! And is the game still muted? I think it is, because of the fact from New Year's I did mute it. No, it's not. Okay. So I do need to turn my music off now. Yes, we know about your intro. We know, game. So we're going to pick up where we left off. But before we do, I want to say a few things. The first thing is, in the near future, I have already stated this on my server, I am possibly going to be getting emotes made for us. So if you have any recommendations, hop in the server and put that in there, and so forth. The second thing is there's a possibility of a cooking stream here in the near future, because I finally got the ingredients for the 2 recipes I wanted to do. Well, 3 technically, but... So, that is something to look forward to, and should be a lot of fun. But, yeah, no, that's it. So, I'm just really excited to play this, and I really want to. So we're going to. I'll be honest, I expect this game to be done tomorrow and or Wednesday. Assuming they make good pace. I don't know how much stopping to read the story like we do is going to slow it down. But we will find out. So to catch anyone up on what you've missed, we started the game learning about the 8-headed serpent that was defeated, and how there was the wolf and the hero. Well, a couple of 100 years later, some a-hole decides, hey, I'm gonna take the sword that it was beaten with, and turns out that sword sealed it. So the land got covered in darkness. So, the tree over there, the spirit of that tree, forget her name, decided to revive the wolf, aka us, because they made a statue. So they turned the statue into the wolf. And that's where we are, and so we came over here after freeing the villagers and finding out stuff, clearing a path, learning about the villagers, so forth, so on. But hey, if you restore trees, trees become stronger. So we went in that cave, restored a tree, and came out here and restored this tree. And that is where we were at. We also got the bomb, thing, from the, firework person over there, and we got the dodge technique from the dojo there. So, with all that in mind, we now have to go to 2 spots. We already went to the cave, and right now, we gotta go up here to this to be like, hey, well, what are we supposed to do now? We can't get there. Oh wait, no, hold on, I gotta go on to the end of this bridge. Or something of the sorts. Because, the problem is, we don't have the technique to be able to... There we go. This leads to Gata, the most green and fertile place in the region. I heard the villagers used to take the ferry to the forest long ago. Oh god. So, you'll notice that it specifically states they used to take the ferry. Well, you'll notice that in the, on the ground over here, here's the ferry. It is old, broken, well, not necessarily broken, except for, like, that holes on it. But yeah, no broken, and there's no one to use it. So what do? Well, we can't exactly swim all the way there, because we can't put anything in the water for us to swim on. So, with all that in mind, we're going to return back to the village to do some more story stuff. Yep. And as you can tell, my model at the moment is very much based off of Amaterasu here, Amy. And I love it. Yeah. Yes, I know, Winston. And macaroni. Yes, I know about the Exploration Field. We don't need to go trying to swim over there and drown for nothing. Oh, and now we see how beautiful the village is since we restored those 2 trees. Wow, what's all this? The village's just bustling with activity. Wonder what's going on. So, there's also another thing we're gonna do, now that we have the Blossom Technique, and it actually wants us to do it. So, if we talk to this guy, you know, this is the guy from before that could see when we fought. And notice he says he wants 15 cherry blossoms. Ah-ha-ha! What a joy to see life return to this land. There's 15 more to go. We'll be blessed to America when all trees are in bloom. So, we're just gonna find the trees here, and just make them bloom. So that's something we need to do to progress. And, but there is a major story event that's going to happen when we go up the mountain to the tree. However, I am not going there yet. I want to blossom all the trees on my way first. So that we can not have to, like, run all around everywhere. Not one up here? No. Make sure. Because, you know, don't need to do all that running around when you know you're going to have to if you don't. Also helps us fill up our astral pouch, which isn't full yet. So we get that sweet free revive. The old woman singing is always funny. Listen to that. That is some old PS2 quality audio, because it is. And I love it. Also, I don't know if any of you just saw it, but there are two chests here. We're just gonna slash. Or not. Game? Game, let me slash them, please. There we go. Gimme, gimme. Yeah. And then just right back out. I love seeing the animations they put into this game. It's great. It's the little touches of detail like that that are so beautiful. Oh yeah, also, do I have any food to feed you with? Let's find out. Is that something else? No, I don't. Okay. I was gonna say, that's something else that'll come in handy, but... And there was a tree, I think, back here? No, good, okay. Just making sure. So yeah, we're just gonna blossom these on our way up, so 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, I was trying to speed it. If I hold down A when doing this, aka the bottom middle button, it speeds up how quickly a brush moves, so say you need to get across the screen really quickly. Just hold A, and then you can move quickly. Very nice feature. And if you need to speed draw as well, it's also good for that. Though, not the best. Line these 2 up. Gimme, gimme. There's gonna be an item we get later on that's gonna make life a whole lot easier. But now, we're gonna go up here. And this is the big thing. Or at least it should be. I think it's up here that it triggers. But before I run into it, let me check something. Yep, we Gucci. Alright, here we go. Should trigger, yep. Hey, Sakio, my little blossom. You're looking mighty fine, thanks to us. Hey, why doesn't she say something? Come to think of it, I haven't seen her around lately. She didn't kick the bucket, did she? Come on, Sakya. Let's see that pretty little face of yours. I know. Let's ask old Mr. Orange what's going on. Alright. Also, fun thing. You go around this gate, nothing happens. It's just a normal place. You go through the gate, though! It's a warp! And it's really cool how it does that. I love it. And sadly, there's no Easter egg of if you go through it backwards. At least not that I know of. But let's go talk to Mr. Orange. Oh, and of course we gotta blossom these trees. But we're up here, so we don't have to run back up. This is the one spot, I love the view from up here, but I hate having to run up back up here, because it's literally like the longest, or the farthest spot in the village. The only place worse is inside the, tree itself, because you have to run all the way to the end there. There we go. Oh, that's all 15! That's an audio cue to tell us, hey, that's all 15. Oh, then, that's convenient. Hello, Mr. Orange. At last. At last, the answer to all my prayers. All the villagers' trees have sprung back. Oh yeah, so because we just sprung all the trees on our way up, We just skipped some dialogue of him like, oh, I could blossom the tree if only I had all of them blossomed and it was strong enough to handle it. But we just skipped that. It is time to harness the power that dwells within the good earth. Yes, it is time for the Konoha Shuffle. I shall summon back the spirit of the divine tree Konoha. Or Konohana. Sake Othala, aka his special dancing sake. But first, I must break my vow of temperance. I shall gingerly sip the sake, and soon we shall see the blossoms. Oh yes! 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 Hey Gramps, you okay? You got a real weird looking look in your eyes. Or a really weird look in your eyes. Sumo, listen! What you're about to see is the stuff of legends. Ugh. Behold, the secret of secrets. I give you the Konoha Shuffle. And now we have to help him. Also, you notice the orange on his head shrunk back down. I'm just gonna hold down the painting one already so that when it drops to it, here's one of ours. And then Blossom. And then he goes to the next one. Blossom! Blossom! And lastly, Blossom! And I think this is the last one, if not that. Look at him go! You're gonna kill it, old man! And whoosh! Magic! And now we get another view and everything's brighter and more cheery. Rather than that sweet calmness that it had. And now he's just exhausted. Oh, I hope you're ready for fan service, everyone. This is the only type of fan service you're gonna get in this game. Great Amaterasu. Sakia? You're alive? And you, look very nice. Little bug friend, I see you're full of spunk as always. I also owe this elderly gentleman my deepest thanks. What bravery. Mere words cannot express the depths of my gratitude. Thanks to you all, I have been restored and re-energized. Of course, the one who deserves my thanks and respect the most is none other than the glorious God Amaterasu. Praise be to you. This is literally the only fan service you're gonna get in the game, so enjoy it while you can! I cannot guarantee that it will mean salvation for all of Nippon, but if you restore the guardian saplings spread about the land, you too will benefit from the power that results. I will remain in Kamiki praying for your mission's success. I look forward to gazing upon you again. May the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Bye! And saying goodbye to the only fan service in the game. Which makes me very happy that that's the only point. Because games focus too much on fan service, if you ask me. I think there's nothing wrong with it, but like, eh. Oh man, what now? It's constellation time! Now the skies are clear enough for us to see. Oh. I'm pretty sure this is another monkey, so prepare the. It is time for monkey! Monkey, 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 monkey! Monkey! I noticed the one we got before is there in the background. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Long have I hidden myself here among the nature of Kamiki. But the time has come for I, Hasugami, proud member of the Hanagami trio of floor gods, to reveal myself. May my power be of assistance on your grave quest. And we now have the power to get to the next area. Holy smokes! That was Hasugami! With the water lily power, you can create lily pads on water. You can use them across any body of water. Let's try it out. Come on, this way, Amy. Boink, 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 boink. I've been eyeing that treasure chest out there for some time. Why don't you create some lily pads here? Make them like stepping stones all the way to the old islet. The water lily brush technique creates lilies on the water. All you gotta do is draw circles. Come on, Furball, let me see your artwork. Yes, that's it! Hey, wipe the smirk off your face, Furball! At least we don't have to worry about getting lit anymore. I know! Now that you have this new power, let's use it to travel a bit further out of the village. Sorry, I was drinking water. I know there's a waterway for a ferry that went out of business all around here. AKA the place we were at. Our little Sakio is back to her old peppy self, but there's still lots of guardian saplings that haven't blossomed. You know, I have to wonder, what would happen if Amy didn't go out to blossom more then? Would it just become, then Japan, this small area, this village, and that out there is all that would live, and how would society progress with that? Also, that's a sun fragment. Get 3 of them, your health goes up. I'm just gonna swim. No, let me. Damn, are you gonna let me? There we go. It wasn't giving me the color. Usually there's color that pops up. Wait, hold on. There we go. Nope, I guess not. Okay, game. Come on. There you go. Also, I think... No, I need 200. I was like, do I have enough to up my brush techniques? Nah. Should be around here. You should see a little yellow thing pop up out of the ground. Or not, huh? I could have sworn there was a treasure chest here. Oh well. Alright, time to swim back. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Keep swimming, just keep swimming. There we go. Also make sure it stays day. Nighttime really has no purpose other than to be like specific events or if you want to do a lot of fights that are more difficult, like hunting the demons. So, let's save. Because we just made some progress and got the new technique. And let's progress onward. First, I'm going to sell something. You. Yes. I wish to sell. And sell these treasures, because that is literally all you do with them. To get money. It's just a reward for exploration, which is very good. Like, hey, you explored up here and found this. Here's something you can sell for high cost and value. Which is very nice. Also, the soundtrack of this game is beautiful, I would like to mention. I'll come back for you later, don't worry. So I'm just gonna swim down and probably only have to use 2 lily pads. Also, I do recommend playing this game with a controller. It does play a lot better with a controller. It's not hard to play with a mouse and keyboard. It complements it. It's just, the game isn't originally a PS2 game, hence why, you know, it's usually best to go with the controller. And hey look, here's what that bomb technique we got earlier comes in handy. So we literally could not have progressed the game without this technique. Which hence why we grabbed it so early. And to the new area. I hope y'all are ready for this. Ah, it's so dark. What? It's just covered in darkness. Earthstone expanded into the forest? I thought evil would shun areas with so much grass and trees. It must really be some curse, the way it's changed the forest. So this part is very nice in that it shows you where to go. So you can go forward into the cave. Here, which, the cave does have some story elements. So we will run in there. But before we do that, you'll notice when you walk out there's this little path here. And there's a waterfall back there, huh? Well, I wonder what this does. Let's just go in and find out. Oh, look, a bomb technique is needed. Alright, let's drop up a bomb. And we're in. Would you look what it is? Well, I guess we'll just blossom it then. Alright. Woof. And now, prepare for some beauty. Look at all that beauty being restored. Oh, I love it. And I would say, I'm pretty sure the stuff is in-game render, not pre-game. Because if you look at the trees, as the camera moves, they turn with it like it does in the game. Gimme, gimme. And also, another reason I did this, we now get something very special. Are you ready? The Devote Beads. A new divine instrument, guarded by a guardian sapling, eh? Wow, Saki's gonna spoil you at this rate. Anyway, this is gonna make your life a whole lot easier. Lust is gonna try to get you anywhere they can. They need to equip a good divine instrument to practice with it. Remember, there's more than simply equipping them. They can also be equipped as a sub-weapon or a main weapon. In other words, you can have 2 weapons at once, and based on what combination and what order, they will have different effects, and it's great. You can even pull off some secret techniques with your sub-weapons. Even after your 100-year nap, you remember that much, right? I know you're not too bright, but no sweat, no thinking involved. Oh, I will eat you, do not test me, you little bug. Just try to equip that new divine weapon, yes, I know. Sub-weapon. I'm throwing it, if you put it on as a main weapon, it becomes a whip, and the secondary becomes a shield, which is what I prefer. But, if you put it on as a secondary, you shoot the beads whenever you bark. So if you hit triangle, you'll shoot them at the opponent for a very small amount of damage. I'm putting it on as a main because, and notice, if I keep hitting the button, it will continuously hit the target. And then if I can block the deflector shield, which is going to be very important. Well, let me give you an example. You know that mirror of yours? Acts as a shield when it's a sub-weapon. That's why they go fit. You should test it out, monster area. One more thing. Remember what Sakia said, don't you? The sacred tree in Kamiki Village will bear a guardian fruit. Each time a guardian sapling is revived, make sure to stop by Sakuya's tree whenever you return to Kamiki. And I will. In other words, it rewards you for blossoming the trees as well. This game does very good at giving you plenty to do and plenty of rewards for doing things. Which I love. Oh, and also you'll notice, when you change your weapons, it actually changes on the model, which I love. So now, the forest is a nice beautiful area, and... oh, who's playing a flute? Look, I call the heavens, the earth, the sea. They summon me forth to defeat evil. Waka, the god's gift to man, is here. Bonjour. Tell Master Waka. What's up with that guy? That crimson shading and divine instrument on your back. You look kinda weird, but I reckon you pack a punch, baby. Hey, think you're so special way up there, huh? Get down here and talk face to... wait, did he say crimson shading? Can you see Amy's true form? Hey, he drew a sword! Boy, this is how I get my point across, pun intended. The moment the cursed zone started spreading across Nippon, I saw the shadowy figure that removed the sacred sword, Tsukuyomi, flee into Kamiki Village and seal the entrance with a huge rock. You guys know anything about that? This guy gives me the creeps. Gotta keep your eye on him. Now, I can usually wreck him, but, huh? Amy, you getting all worked up again? So I can usually wreck this guy, but let's see, it's been a hot while. Magnifique. I wouldn't have it any other way. Now you shall get an earful of my beloved sword. Behold, pillow talk. I hate that. Let's rock, baby. And you'll notice how I'm multi-hitting him right here, and it's because I'm using the devote beads, specifically. Ow, that hurts! Oh crap, I could have sent that back. Jeez, I'm rusty. Been a hot while since I fought this guy. To say the least. There's what I was after. Send that back. Oh, I tried to send it back and it didn't work. Usually you can without a problem, but it didn't let me. There we go. It's been a hot while since I've done that. I could have done it a lot better, but it's been quite some time since I've tasted your power, Amaterasu. That's enough for now. Too late now. You're the one who picked the fight. Hey, wait! You know this guy, Amy? Well, that was pretty tactless. Excuse my way. You see, I was looking into that cursed zone that struck this area. It consumed all in its path, even the light of the sun. It is the curse of Orochi, the legendary eight-headed serpent. But Orochi? Do not utter that name without reason. That alone could curse the weak of mind. Orochi was slain 100 years ago by Nagi and Shiranui, and its evil spirit was sealed away in the Moon Cave, which I guard. You know, the cave in the middle of the lake over on Shinshu Field. But someone has gone and freed Orochi by removing the Tsukuyomi. The beast evil has caused a cursed stone to cover these lands. I never thought the sacred sword could be so easily removed. Whoever did it waited till I was back in the capital. It seemed things are afoot that even I did not prophesize. We're way ahead of you, pretty boy. We've been busy dispelling the curse left and right. That Orochi's gonna be mincemeat when we're through him. So, you're the ones who've revived the trees in this area. Well, a lot of time has passed since Orochi's return. You'd better pick up the pace, Machete. What? I'm sorry to say, our battle just now was a big disappointment. You're not what you used to be, Amaterasu. You may have defeated Orochi long ago, but one cannot dwell on past glories. You have weakened greatly during your 100-year slumber. That's enough! Now tell me about that shadowy figure you saw fleeing to Kamiki. How do we know it wasn't you? Relax, my little bouncing friend. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a little prophecy for you. I can see into the future, you know. I foresee a long and big thrills. Well, long and big thrills. You'll know what I'm talking about when the time comes. Anyway, I must be off. The work of a prophet is never done. Au revoir, baby. What a freak. Who the does he think he is? Hey, wake up, Amy. We got work to do. Yeah. Yeah, I could have done better. So, I just didn't recognize one attack and the other one was just bad timing on my end. But you know, so that is that section. And now we got some other things to take care of, and before we do, I'm gonna go save. Also, gimme. There's special stuff like that around where if you have a certain brush technique, you can open it or get into it. A good example being here, there are 3 different brush techniques that can be used here. Alright, let's save. Yay! So, this is a fortune teller. If you get stuck, she'll give you a prophecy to the next thing you need to do, which is very nice. Of course, it costs money to do it, but you can literally farm money in this game, so it's no biggie. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna progress the story. Yep, and also grab this. There we go. So, I come over here. Oh, poor Ome. I wonder if he's okay. Oh, hello there, doggy. You all alone too? I'm Kokiri. Pleased to meet you. Boy of the Forest Kokiri. What? This? This is my fishing pole. Actually, there's no fishing line or hook on it right now, but there's a reason for that. My dog Ume and I were exploring a secret place the other day, an ancient building known as Kutsu Ruins. We'd never been able to get into the ruins until we found a key deep in the forest. But when we went in, we heard a horrible roar from deep within. I didn't waste any time getting out of there. I locked the entrance to the ruins and hightailed it home. I thought Ume had followed me, but he was nowhere to be found. I bet he's trapped back at those ruins. He must be crying, all scared and alone. If you know where he is, then why don't you go rescue him? This is no time to be fishing. Yes, well, there's a reason for that. You see, on my way home from the ruins, I fell near the water's edge and in went the key. I've trained my hardest to fish it back out, but I lost all my line and hooks. All I have now is this pole. Tried my hardest to fish out the key in the ruins, but I lost all my line and hooks. So we're just gonna stop crying. We'll stop crying. Ouch! Now cut that out. There's nothing I hate more than that crybaby. You were the one who left your dog in those dangerous rooms. So you gotta do whatever it takes to get the key and go help him. But listen here, kid. Fishing's all about attitude. Attitude. There's nothing you can't catch with the right attitude. Fish babes or whatever, it's all can be yours. Go ahead, act like you're having fun, we'll watch. And now we get to actually fish. So this is a fun little mini-game / mechanic. The deep abyss because you can't see the bottom. That's not why these waters are famous. Legend has it a humongous fish swallowed the moon's reflection on the surface of the water. No one knows if the legend is true. But to this day, the moon never rises here in the Augusta forest. Every fairy tale risk, but while you kid, it's so gloomy. Think more positive, have fun, fun! Okay, Amy, let's use a social approach to help all of yours to help him out. Yep. So now, it tells us how we do it, but we're just going to draw a line to a fish, and look, he's caught a fish! And now we have to pull the opposite way of the fish, but not too much that we fall into the red of this character. About here. And then we have to hit a certain key and slash the fish. And repeat. It's a very fun mechanic. I like crawfish. I mean, if you don't have a hang for it, it can be annoying. But oh, I missed that. That's my bee. I should have brought my brush down and I didn't. Gimme, gimme. You kinda got me. And now the big fish. Not the biggest of the fish, but the big fish. So this one, unlike the others, we're gonna have to slice multiple times. Oh, never mind! Huh, I expected the one of this size to be the multi-slice. Giant salmon. Gimme that salmon. Salmon's actually pretty good. Especially if you know how you're making it. It's pretty good. You never had salmon? I recommend it. No, not in large amounts. Wow, that's a big one. Blah! It's the key! That's the ruins key! It popped right out of the mouth of that big full fish. Now I can go save Ume over at the ruins. I'm gonna go all the way in this time. No running away from me now. No. No, you're not. Hey, give that back! Good move, Amy. We can't have the kid getting hurt on their way on your watch. Well, what are you waiting for? We got a lost dog to find and pseudo ruins. But now, we're just gonna make our way downtown, walking fast, faces passing them homebound. Now, we are skipping a lot in terms of side stuff, such as this shrine, which we can do and unlock some stuff. We're clearing that area over there and getting more rewards. Because we don't need to do them. We're going to come back through all the areas and do those at a later point. Because, at one point, before you go on the bridge, I know, so he's looking for the kid right over there. But, there's a few things I need to do. So I have the key. But before we run into there, this guy, you remember all those demon things we've been getting? He's pretty much just like a... He takes demon things and he gives you special things in return. And we don't need all the dialogue. I love it, every character has stuff, but what we're after is the golden lucky cat. We need 12 more things. Because the thing about this is anything, that is something that is useful through the entire game. So money and fruits, everything that drops, will just be drawn to you rather than having to run around and grab it. Which is going to make life a lot easier for us. And then golden peaches, fill an old astral pouch, which we don't need, but it is good. So right now, we're gonna head down and go. And hey, look, there's a person over there. And guess who it is? What's up, Susano? Hmm? Not you again, Fido. Why must you always log my footsteps? I'm busy practicing a new secret technique. You see, a terrible monster lurks in Taka Pass beyond this forest. It goes by the name Crimson something or other. It's rumored to have 100 followers. What do you mean, Crimson something or other? The name slipped my mind, that's all. Anyway, I must rid Taka past that terrible monster before it harms anyone else. But first I must practice my ultimate secret technique. Then again, the bridge to Taka Pass is out, so why rush? But have no fear, once I master this bullet technique, I shall vol forth to slay the beast, even if I have to swim those turbid waters. Now leave me be, Yukuru, I have some serious training to do. Yeah, you have fun with that. So, we're gonna do this. But before we do that, I need to quickly step away for a hot moment to A, refill my water, and B, do this thing real quick. So, I'm gonna be right back. So just give me a hot second. I'm gonna throw the BRB screen on. Alright, I'll be right back. Return? Yes! I have the returns! Yeah, I am back. Apologies, I had to quickly step away for a hot second, and before we continue, I want to check a thing again. Allow me to do that. And we will continue and be Gucci and all that. Yep, we're good. Alright, let me alt-tab back. Grab my controller, make sure my headset's on nice. All that good stuff. There we go. Get my controller here. Yep, alright. And now, we're gonna do this. Gimme. Literally like a millimeter away from hitting the box. Open sesame! Well, let's go look for that kid's dog. I'm actually hoping we might find something more. Nobody's entered these ruins for ages, right? Just think about it. There could be a fabulous treasure hoard hidden there. But enough talk, let's start looking. Yoink. Alright, let's go. And now for the creepy cave. Look at this. Luna ruins. Creepy. This is also one of my two least favorite areas. I like the area, but it has something in it that I very much dislike. There are 3 areas in this entire game that I don't like, and that's about it. That's a pretty oddly shaped statue. Look at all that moss. Must have been here for ages. And what's up with that weird water? I don't think you want to go jumping in there for a bowl. How about drawing some lily pads so we can check it out? And just get eroded away. In other words, we aren't going in that. Well, let's save. There we go. And now let's go. Up. Awesome. Of course I'm gonna grab all the loot. Just loot. You know, why not? Easy. Gimme, gimme. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formula. Yeah. Alright, now we continue. Oh boy. You gonna shoot at me? Nope. Oh, I hit B. I meant to dodge, but I just hit B, which is pork. Awesome! Hey, throw at me. Good. Easy. And... Gimme. Now, isn't it kind of suspicious how they're just giving us so much treasure right at the beginning? And it's not because there's not treasure further in the cave, but there is a reason for that. Yes, I know, I said, well, hey, look, we can probably get up there with the lily pads. You really didn't need to point all that out, but... Also a path up there, which, I don't remember, in all honesty, what's up here, so I kind of want to go check it out. Because I actually don't remember. So let's check it out. There's probably a secret. Or something at the end. Yep, called it. Yep, got. Oh. Alright, back we go. Also, this area lacks music, you'll notice, which is or what music it does have is mostly ambient. Which is very interesting in comparison to the other areas we were in especially. Because, like, before we were in a vibrant open field with loud, beautiful music, and now we're in a dark, creepy cave with very low ambient music. And it works very well. There we go. So right now, notice there's a bowl right here. We can't do anything in this bowl. It's stone. However, look at that. It's one of the blossom things, but that's strange. Looks different. Wonder why. Oh? What's happening? Oh, it's alive! What the heck? So these guys can either be really easy or really difficult depending on how you handle them. Oh, come on, I was dodging. Here's what I was waiting for. Perfect. Yes, I know, just blossom him and then beat the crap out of him. So I use a combination of techniques to beat these guys, if you'll notice. Makes life easier. And, I don't know why that one attack hit me mid-dodge. It shouldn't have, but I should have blocked instead. Oh well. But hey, look at that! Now that's movable! Hell yeah! Well, let's go get it! And push along, push along, push along, push along, Up. And lastly, bump. Oh, never mind. I thought I bumped it in, but nope. Now it is. Or not. Wow. Okay, slow. That literally went over top of it. And now you see what it does. So, you'll notice it closes when there's not something there. So, game, how about you let me push it in? Oh, fucking. This feels like golf right now. Like, you're playing golf, and you just keep missing the hole. Despite this going right over it. There we go. And before we head out, of course, we got to do this and get money! So normally, if I had that one thing I'm after, all of this would just come to us rather than having to go around and grab it. It's gonna make life easier if we get that later on, but... Now here, you'll notice, surprise attack! They push down the roof to come in. Now we gotta fight two of them. Whatever will we do? Oh no. Whatever will we do? There it is. Come on. Oh. My timing is really off from lack of playing in a long time. There's one defeated. And this will make two. Take most of his health away with the whip alone. And then just finish him off. Perfect. Spin! Spin! Whoosh! Oh, hey look, there are little mushrooms there. And they just bust down the roof. I wonder what happens if I draw a sun up here. Whoa! They grew! Oh, well that makes life easy. Now we can get up there. But also, there's this. So let's just like, you know. The Vengeance Slip. I will often use this on the final boss, but a much stronger version of it, just to cheese him. But simply, if you use it, every enemy within a certain area of you just takes damage, straight up. Like, nothing else to it, you just deal damage. This open. Yeah! I think I'm gonna get the background music going again. I love the audio of this game. But I also kind of love some music in the background. Because I love having music when I play. Now the fun part. So this area is interesting. But Amy, hold on a sec. My nose feels all itchy since those huge mushrooms back there. Achoo! Dang it! Uh-oh. Run for your life! I made it! Let's go see if we can see them falling still. Oh no, the last one just fell. Oh well. We can't get through this because there's a demon lock. Let's fix that. Yeet! So now we encounter one of my least favorite things in this game. This guy. So there are 3 of these guys throughout the entirety of the game. This is the first one, he is the easiest. But that doesn't make him any less of a pain, because how pinpoint you have to be with this. Yaha! I am Blockhead! I guard this place so that all shall pass. Wait. Make that none shall pass. Do you really think you can penetrate my airtight defense? Ha! Impossible! Nothing can harm this body of mine. Of course, there are those weak points of mine. A clean blow would slay me in an instant. But I wouldn't be foolish enough to expose such a weak point. Now be on your way. None shall pass. But not the fun part. You hit him, and they pop up. He is luckily the easiest, but you have to be pinpoint accurate with this, which is very annoying. There we go. Huh? Why are my weak points so obvious? I have failed, but let it be known I died a warrior's death. And there we go. So we now open the shortcut, and look at that. Logs appear, and we can get back up. Oh, wait, hold on. One more. We also found a key. Doesn't this look like the same type of key that was used on that demon that was trying to be sealed? An exercising arrow, yeah. So what happens if we use this arrow on a lock? I wonder. Let's go find out. Come on, let me up, game. There we go. Money. And fruits. Taking a leisurely stroll. And the last ones. There's no free money. Hell yeah. And now we're gonna take this nice exercising arrow we got here. Oh crap. Well, I guess we're not going to because we just slipped right off the log. Alright, now we're actually gonna speed our way up this time instead. Rather than stopping to get each one. Normally that doesn't happen because there's a slight barrier that when so much force is applied doesn't work. Look at him, he's freaking out. Come back. Shank. Be dead. Be gone, thought. And now we're in here. And first things first, loot. Gimme, gimme. Gimme that good fruit. And money! Now... Up. There is a save point here, if memory serves correctly, right somewhere over here, but... Oh, I'll fight these guys. You know what, screw it. Money. I like money. The disadvantage of this weapon is that it does not knock enemies back like the shield does. Meaning they never block it. But because they never try to block it or never get knocked back, it also causes a scenario like that where you can beat that guy up entirely without him stopping you. Which is very convenient. To say the least. Speed! There we go. I thought there was a safe point here. Or is it further up ahead? I think it's up ahead. Also look, a broken bridge. Well, I'm just gonna use that old technique we got and fix it on up. There's also a little secret here, if I remember correctly. No, I thought there was. It might be. Oh, here's the save point. I was right, it was just a little up ahead. Here we go. Yes. Hell yeah. Oh. This. Gimme, gimme. I love this sound effect. It's always so satisfying because it's like rewarding. Also, no, okay, I thought there was treasure hidden there. Yeah. Yeah. And on we go. And now, we have 3 barrier shrines. Now we have 2 to beat to progress. So, we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna start at the top. Actually, no, let's go to the bottom and work our way up. Because why not? Game, really? I tried to slash him and you just went nah. Okay. I like the one with that demon thing. There we go. And this we can take advantage of and block him. And then get your ass down here. So this guy we can stun with these, which is very effective as you will notice. And we are taking full advantage of it. Ah, there we go, he finally broke out. And, you know. So that was because we stun broke him. Also, Spirit Globe. Yeah, those are pretty much, hey, healing. Speed! Next fight! Give me that demon thing. Give me that demon thing. And then you're gonna pop out the ground, and I'm just gonna be right back here to tell you to get out of the ground. Spin! There we go, those are what I was after. How many am I at? 45, we need 5 more. Get the item master. Spin. Spin to win. And the last one. Spin. And because we have this weapon in particular, we're gonna take full advantage of it. Take these guys out. Oh, I keep hitting B to dodge, and it's not B. It's freaking D. That. And then he's gonna shoot. And I just go no. Come on. They're not. Okay. That's actually the first time I've ever seen that happen. One of those miss. I legitimately have never seen one of those miss on the shoot pack. That is first. I won't admit it. And there we go. And I ran out of ink sac, which means I go into normal wolf, but because I just picked up one, I get it back. And now we can progress, because look, there's mushrooms. And if there's mushrooms, we can make them grow. Also, we just got enough to get one more ink sac. Which we are going to do. Going? Now, we're just gonna line these 2 up and blossom them. Blossom! Or not. Okay, blossom. There we go. Gimme, gimme. Perfect. Oh. Then we're gonna look up here. Let there be light! Grow, grow, and grow! Yee. Freaky. Whoosh. 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 Whoppa. Lady Swooty, I'm coming to wreck thy booty. But here, there's a couple things. We gotta break all these. And also that chest gives us a map. But because we just destroyed those, watch this. Whoa. We're fixing the water! Somebody poison the water hole! Magic! It's beautiful! Looks like that poison that was polluting this water has completely cleared up. Now it looks like a great place for a swim! There's even a waterfall! I bet it'd be loads of fun to go straight down it. Ah, what I meant was a playful dog like Ume might do that. I haven't forgotten what we're looking for. Have you? And of course, I haven't given up on hunting down some treasure either. Map time! I noticed that... Oh yeah, Alpha Rune's map. So this will display this area more detailed. As in, if I open to the map right now, you'll notice that there are multiple floors that I can look at. Because we have a map of the entire place. Very nice. Also, waterfall! I'm just gonna swim over because this is the fastest way back now that the poison's gone. Kinda. It'd be faster to go up there and jump down, but like, eh. Whoosh! And then right where we're gonna land, lily pad. Lily pad. Whoosh! Look at that, we're here. So we're just gonna whoop, and then whoop, and now we're indoors. And there's not really much here, but there are some curse patches, so let's just get rid of those. Magic! And then there's another curse patch, so let's get rid of it as well. Also, I forget if I can do a certain thing. I want to test it. I can, yes, okay. I remembered you can make trees, and I was like, can I? I forget, is that a later on technique, or can you do that as soon as you get it? Speed! Magic! Oh no! And it's Blossom! Well, what's this? Oh! Isn't that the same thing that happens when there's a constellation? Hey look, that light! There's a constellation here, too? Speed! Hi, Kekis! You just joined in for Monkey! The final of the 3 monkeys. It is time for Monkey! Monkey! Wata! The trio returns! Oh, where's his other one? Uh-oh. He lost it! Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. I, Tsunagami, the last in the triple. pro variant of Hanagami, Flora God. I was here for the flute guy fight? Nice. I've humbly awaited your glorious return for 100 years. May the fresh spring growth blossom from your snow-white form. Bring new life to the land that suffers under evil. And now, we get the final of the 3 spring techniques. Which is a very useful one, might I say. Because now we can get access to a whole lot of new areas. Because, what we can do now, is we draw a line from this to us, and grabs us and pulls us up. Yay! So that's going to be very important. Because not only is that a mechanic for getting around, but it's very important for something we're getting ready to do. Also, fun thing you can do, mid being pulled, you can have another one grab you. Because why not? As long as it's open, you can do it. I like doing this because it's really cool. Whoosh. I notice there's one here as well, meaning if I went back outside, I could have used them to get up here. AKA speed! Or shortcuts, but we're just gonna progress on up this. And now we have to use these because we can't progress any further, but these are here, so let's use them. If I turn around... Wait, what? Hold on, oh no wait, it's over there. I couldn't see it, so... And then the Fire Nation attacked. There it is. It takes a second for it to render sometimes. There it is. Now, there are 4 of them up here that I'm just gonna yoink. And now, this is an important mechanic for what we're getting ready to do. And, you'll see that. So, if I draw a line from this, it grabs it. So what happens if I draw one to each one? And you notice I'm doing the opposite ends because it does something funny if you do. And now the last one. Right here. And now watch this. It's gonna pull it up, but because they all grab the opposite ends, this makes literally 0 sense on how it's holding it up. I love it. And in we go! And first things first, we're gonna just, get a ton of money real quick. And fruit and all that. There's also a save point, which is very nice for what we're getting ready for. Ah, chicken strips. Oh crap, I accidentally went back outside. You know what, that's fine. So that's a spot you can technically farm money by just running in and out of. You'll notice, because these things drop money constantly. And you can just farm money and fruit with that. Which is very interesting. It's not an effective means, but it's a means. So we're gonna save. And now I hope you all are ready for something really creepy. And, let's just say as an arachnophobe, I don't like it. Not at all, in the slightest. But before we do it, look, we get stuff. Oh. And then we also get some money! Not as for Crouch is cool, but... Now! We're really going in there? Or, really? Are you serious? I'm getting a real bad vibe here. What's beyond this door? You sure we're ready? Maybe we should go back outside. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm gonna kick its ass. Alright then, let's go for it. Wait first, think later. Yeah. And save gate. Look, Amy. There's a golden gate. It'll store the memories of all you've done if you pass through it. That way, if you ever die, you can start over again from that point. It's a free pass to continue with your game even after you mess up. But it does have its limits. The stored memories will be wiped clean if you quit the game. If you use an origin mirror to save the game, your memories will be transferred there. Either way, passing through a golden gate or saving with an origin mirror will allow you to continue your adventure. Well, we might as well pass on through. Memories of all you've done been stored in the golden gate. So, now we're getting ready for something, let's just say interesting. Alright, let's go. Oh. Ow! Nice going, Furball! I keep telling you not to space out like that! Oh? What's that? Hey! Something moved! Whoa! God, dog butt. Ugh. Disturbing. Check out this big old flower! We just might have stumbled onto something here. Flowers like this are usually just packed with treasure. You shouldn't... Hey, look, it's Umu! Hey, is that a dog down there? Get him out of there! Backflip! Hey! Let me go, wolf breath! All covered with your slobber again! Hate it! Check out that shadow! I see 8, wait, it couldn't be! Orochi! No, never mind. Are you that dog I've been sniffing about? I will not allow you to ruin my master's triumphant return. I hate it! I am Spider Monster! And A just doesn't care. Sticking your nose where it does not belong will get you killed. Speak your last words, fool. Well, this is arguably worse than a dead hand from Zelda. How dare you! Dog is not usually on my menu, but I shall make you an exception. What are you talking about? I saw that dog you gobbled up. And besides, this ain't no dog, this here is a god. Well now, the beast can speak. Very well then, I shall send you back to where you came from. This shall not hurt a bit, stand still for just a moment. So we're gonna cheese this boss, and you'll notice that everything freezes and I can freely rotate my camera. So all we're gonna do is he has things on his butt to grab. We're just gonna draw a line and grab his butt. And I'm gonna do it again. And then I'm gonna do it again. And look at that, he's already weak. And now we just beat us up. Not gonna sit in that and let him hit me. So yeah, no, we're just gonna cheese this boss by doing that repeatedly. Let me wait for my ink sac for a score. Because this boss is arguably one of the easiest in the game, despite how disturbing it is. Wait, what? I guess I did grab him with that third one. I didn't think I did. Ah, he got me. Oh well. It barely deals any damage, doesn't matter. Oh, and now I have to wait, and now I can grab him. Oh, whoops, I mean a slash. What I meant to do was grab that and draw it. Come on, game. Work with me here. There we go. No, you don't get to grab me. And I'm taking the pod to pop back out. There it is. So we're just gonna stop him from doing that. You can't shake these off, by the way, if you're not fast, so that's why I'm so quick about it. He's actually trying to do it right now. And finish him. He's dead. Easy clap. Done. And he turns into this, which is actually very beautiful. That horrid spider creature turns into a beautiful blossom, which is very interesting. And thus, Amaterasu was able to traverse the vine-covered ruins and defeat the devious spider queen lurking within. The ugly arachnid's body had been turned into a beautiful blossom, and a feeling of tranquility reigned throughout the ruins. Inside the heart of Hardy Blossom was discovered a tiny and defenseless dog, presumably consumed by the fearsome queen. Just when everything had begun to settle down, snarling beast, a weapon long sealed away by Spider Queen's magic, appeared before Amaterasu's eyes. AKA new weapon! And a very good one. You obtained Divine Instrument's Snarling Beast. Reflectors marked with this beastly seal grant ink bullet power. The Spider Queen was hiding a sacred weapon? Tricky old bag. That is one pink dog, yes it is! Maybe we'll get more weapons if we defeat some other monsters. Anyway, I can't wait to see what this one does. Look at that, Amy! That dog's just sleeping. I wonder if this Ume, you know, the dog that Ed was looking for? Let's bring him back once he wakes up. But first, how about a good victory howl? It might even wake him up. What would be a boss fight as well? Beautiful. I could have done it faster and so forth, but oh well. That's a good run. Would you like to save the game? Of course! Of course we're saving the game. Umu! 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 Wiggity squiddy! Bad doggy! Give me back my key! I gotta go save Umu! Quick! Huh? Umu? Is that you? Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? It must have been so scary all alone. And then we just threw him aside. What's wrong, Umu? About your dog, kid. He was deep within the ruins and he didn't seem to want to leave. Really? How come, Ume? You mad at me for running away without you? You got it all wrong, kid. You only think you left your dog behind. Truth is, he decided to stay at the ruins himself. He did? But why? Maybe he was trying to set an example by showing you how anyone, even a dog, to have an adventure. Look at it this way. There's not much separating a boy from a man. They grow up before you know it and accomplish great things. I see. So I guess you knew everything, eh? Like how my dad told me to go fix the bridge destroyed by the storm. And how I tried to get out of it because I was scared of it while failing. But your fearless adventure has changed me. You've given me the courage to stop shrieking responsibility. My dad's fishing pole. I lost that in the forest some time ago. Did you sniff it out in those ruins all by yourself? Well, I'm gonna fix that bridge all by myself. Boy, is Dad gonna be surprised. And now, gimme gimme. Well, this is a really good weapon, and I'm glad I got it. How many things we got? 10 at 47, I need 3 more, so we're gonna fight this. Fight. Gimme. 2 more. We need the last one. Last demon thing? Yep. And that's it. I now got all 50 I need. So we can get that one divine tool that will make life a lot easier. Spin! Gimme. Sweetie swooty. Excuse me. So now, we equip this out of the 3 slots we have, and now whenever we do stuff, it will automatically come to us rather than having to go pick it up. That is going to make life 10 times easier for us. But for now, this leads to the bridge. Yes, so we want to go this way. We don't want to go to the bridge just yet. Actually, no, wait, we do. Because now that he has that fishing rod, a certain event should happen. Since he's doing his training. Yep. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hey! I lassoed the rope to the other side. Look! Hey, you there! Get that rope out of my way! Huh? Zano? What's going on? My new secret technique, imploding barrel, flying monkeys, was a flop. I ended up being washed downstream on this tree trunk. Here he comes! Hold on that fishing pole, kid! No, wait! Let go of it! No, you guys! I said let go! Here we go! Amy! Use your celestial brushes, quick! So, this is a time limit thing, and it's not very friendly to you. In that you have to be quick on the draw. When those go by, you have to draw it to this. And like I said, it's not very friendly. As in, they're zooming by. But luckily, they're very generous on the amount of time they give you to do it. Oh crap, I missed one. And I missed a second. There it is. There we go. And whoosh! Whee! Dum, dum. Oh, we got a bridge. Whew. I thought we were goners, but it all worked out. Just look at that new bridge. Magic! Did I do that? That's right. It was all you, kid. I don't know what was eating you, but you'll never get anywhere in life running from adventure. You should thank your doggy for teaching you that. I couldn't have done it without you, Ume. Thanks. Hey, where'd Pops go? I'm sure it'd take more than that to kill that guy. He's bound to pop up somewhere again. And we can now progress to the next area. Yay! Also, give. Bark. To be honest, I expected those two areas to take longer. Let's prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Well, let's get going, you big furball. Yay! Taka Pass. So, Taka Pass has been cursed too. I bet we'll find a withered guardian sapling around here. Indeed we will. So we're gonna save real quick, and then I'll quickly be right back. I need to step away for a hot second. Again. But it'll only be for a moment. There we go. So I'm just gonna step away for a second. I will be right back. So I will be right back. See. I have returned! With more Umus! Umu! Alright, turn the music back down. And back. Oh yeah, I gotta swap my scenes. Hold up. And stop. There we are. Yeah. Alrighty. Now we shall continue. So, there's these guys here. Both of them have lost an item. If we get that, they reward us. But, that's all there is. And we can't go this way, because it's cursed. So our only option... Hey look, there's an explosion point. Let's just explode that and see what's in here. Whoosh, cave. It's the only way we can go, so we'll go this way. Before we do, I'm gonna check a thing. Yep, we're good. Alright. and we continue onwards. Ooh, pretty. However, though, as we get here, it's the flute again. Hark, the call of the heavens, the earth, the sea. They summon me forth to defeat evil. Waka, the god's gift to man is here. Bonjour. You again? Long time no see. Did you enjoy the little log adventure I prophesized? Why, you? Were you behind that near disaster? Noi, of course not. I just had a fleeting glimpse of your future. You see, I have the power to see that which is yet to come. Even if it were something you'd rather not know. Fair enough. That half-baked prophet's at it again. If you're so great, then how come you didn't predict Orochi's return? What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Excusez-moi, you say something, my little bouncing friend. That's it. By the way, I saw your battle with the Spider Lady. A rather clumsy attempt, I must say. How could a washed-up old wolf like you possibly expect to save the world? Ridiculous. I'll kick your ass. What? You're spying on our battle? And it never crossed your mind that you could help or will help out? Enough talk. There's only one way to settle this. Just go for it. But now we got better weapons playing with. Oh, come on, game, I did the slash. Really? That's gonna be stubborn, okay. No, you're going back. Oh, or not. Okay. Speed! These are gonna spam though, so I'm gonna take full advantage of it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that attack. It's annoying to deal with, but once it finishes, it's a free hit. Not bad, ma chérie. What do you mean, not bad? You're all out of breath. What do you want anyway? Oh, I almost forgot. I had a question for you. Have you been to Lake Harami, over on Shinshu Field yet? In the middle stands the moon cave where Orochi's spirit was trapped. A barrier has blocked the entrance ever since Tsukuyomi was removed. That means Orochi must still be in there. I want to get through the barrier and enter the cave. But I'll need the serpent crystal in order to do that. You wouldn't happen to know where I could find it, would you? Why'd you have to pull out your sword just to ask that? And why do you want to visit Orochi's lair anyway? So then, you do not know. Lesbian. So, that big windmill. At any rate, I shall just have to find it myself. But before I bid you adieu, I have a prophecy for you. I foresee a doggone difficult quest. Au revoir, baby. I know exactly what he's talking about, and we've already done, like, all the stuff necessary to beat it. Hey, Amy, let's try and beat Walker to the Serpent Crystal. I can't help feeling he's up to no good. Plus, we just might find a new Celestial Brush technique. Alrighty, that taken care of. Time to continue. Boom! I love this game's art style. And it has very good progression, but it takes forever to get anymore because you run everywhere. And they have very select points you can travel to at certain times, but about it. Also, we're getting a good bit of money. We're sitting at 42k. That's good. Bark, 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 bark. Well, awesome. And that's all gonna come to me, but I don't need to go for it. Awesome! So this is why I got this tool, so I can just do stuff like this, where it just makes life easier for me. Because I notice all the fruits are just flying over me. Whoosh! Speedrun! And now, we do this. Whoosh! Time for some beauty! Beautiful. I love it. I love it every time. It's beautiful. Gimme, gimme. Pocket Pass is back to normal now. Without the course zone, it'll be easier to find brush technique. But first, the big windmill has really piqued my interest. Didn't that half-baked prophet mumble something about it? Oh, whatever. It's not going anywhere anyhow. Let's take a good look around Pocket Pass, okay? I'm a bit worried about people who live around here. So, we're gonna go to that windmill, but not yet. We're going to skip an entire section of the game. Kind of. We're gonna do a section early, so you're meant to go to the windmill and then do a thing. But we're gonna do a thing first and then go to the windmill. Because it just makes life easier for us. Because then we don't have to do it later. Simple as that. So yeah, well, we're gonna do that. But first, we're gonna get this. So I'm gonna fight this and unlock this warp, which is going to really come in handy. Come on, go flying, yep. And then shoot. Right back at you. And blossom. No, just beat the crap out of it. And finish him. Easy, crap. What's up, drummer boy? Spin. And finish him. Spin. Okay. So now we have this. And that's gonna make life easier for us. Because that is a warp. And we can take full advantage of that. But first things first. The mermaid spring is back. It's just like, hey, they're over, and if you have a mermaid coin, you can go into it and, you know, warp. But also, yoink, just jump over that. Yeet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to skip some stuff by doing this. Ooh. Magic, so what's this all about? I wonder. Now keep in mind, I am somewhat speedrunning this game, so if you want, like, super detail on every character, we're gonna get that much later on, or if you ever play the game yourself. I'm doing minimalistic. Don't you just love that smell of bamboo? Looks like there's a road here. Let's see where it takes us. Ta-da! Hey! 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 Hey you! Scruffy! What are you doing in Sasa Sanctuary? Skipping in here with that innocent look on your face? You have a lot of nerve for a wolf. You know this is the turf of the Sparrow Clan, right? We can't just let you turn around and leave, oh no. Well, tan your hide and send you packing. Boss, let this cocky mutt have it. Hey, Scruffy! Do you even know who this is? This is the mighty leader of the Sparrow Clan. That's right, the Great Jamba. Big Daddy Jamba. Okay, boss, take it away, he's all yours. Sure. Uh-oh. The boss is seriously angry. What the heck is going on here? Listen up, Scruffy. The boss' precious daughter's been kidnapped and he's mad. We're doing everything we can to find her. We've searched all over. No one's getting through that gate until she's safe and sound. They're going off with you. Huh, they're not gonna listen. No one's saying about their boss's daughter being kidnapped. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save. Perfect. Now that little tidbit was important because without that it wouldn't trigger another event to be able to do the next thing. So, there's a house here with two very, very mean and grumpy old people. There's an old woman sitting outside, and she will chase you. However, because we just did that event, the old man should be outside now, and the old woman should be inside preparing food. Or getting ready to prepare some food. So that event come nighttime is going to be very important. So we now have to wait for it to turn night. And once it turns night, we can do the thing that I talked about. But just to show you, if we jump in here, he's angry. Oh no, the old woman's still there. Huh. Huh. I was just looking for something tasty to put in my pot. They'll do nicely, little mutt. The horrible miscutter. You should have kept going until my husband catches us a big beast. She just chases you and tries to kill you. What do you get about here? So she should be inside right now, but she's not. Even though it triggered the event. Alright, well, they probably just need to reload the area, so let's go ahead and head over to the windmill area. Because that event's been triggered, meaning we don't have to worry about that again. Let's just head to the windmill. Bark, bark. Also, we can get another sacred weapon here where we're going. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll definitely do that. In we go! Husa Village, and it's really, really possessed here, and you'll notice my ink sacks are being drained. Yikes! What's this creepy evil atmosphere in this village? There's no curse zone here, but I definitely sense evil. So we're gonna save. And first order of business, talk to this guy. Oh look, I wanted to do some trading over at the Gal Shrine, but it's been taken over by some monster and panic all around. Oh well, I suppose I'll have to make the best of it for now. Have you, been sent here to do some shopping for your master? And he has the Infinity Judge, which I am a little short on buying. And he also has Gold Dust, which is very important, because Gold Dust is good. Also the Pinwheel, which I will quickly yoink. So I want that, and I want that. So I need 60k yen, I'm almost at that point, which is good. So the next couple things we do will get us that. So we're gonna go up here. And this is the only fight in the entire game that I know of that you have to do weaponless because of this area draining your ink like this. And you don't have to do it weaponless, it's just that if you don't want to use any items, by the time you get up here, your ink sacks are more or less out, meaning your weapons will be gone. What's wrong? Oh, this is most unfortunate. I have been possessed in a momentary lapse in vigilance. And I was trying so hard to defend the village. Now I shall reduce the horde curse-zone. Alas, my strength. It wanes. All is lost. And because we notice him, he wants to fight us. Let's kick his ass! Monkey, 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 monkey. I know it's a demon, but like... You know, it's the way they move is like, you. You're the one I'm after. Taking you out when I can while I fill my weapon. Oh yeah, I can't use my brush techniques either. So... Speed! Flying monkey! Yes, exactly! And whoosh! Curse zone gone. But I've been freed from this evil curse. You have saved me, but I do not know how. What the heck happened, sweetness? Oh, are you familiar with my family, the Satomi house? No, I can see now that you are not. Still, you may be of great service of me yet. Will you not listen to what I have to say? You just I'll keep talking, pretty lady. His son's listening. Oh, thank you. I am Princess Fuse, priestess of the Gale Shrine. Princess Fuse. The Gale Shrine stands atop Mount Kamaji. Kazgami, the god of wind, is enshrined there. The wind blowing down from there keeps monsters away. Now as the divine wind, it is entered as our protector. However, it suddenly stopped blowing one day, and that has allowed the monsters to sneak into our village. Even I, the last remaining priestess here, was nearly slain. An horrible monster is behind all of this. Will you hear the rest of my story? There is only one explanation for why the divine wind stopped. It is that horrible monster, Crimson Helm. The beast now dwells within the Gale Shrine. The monsters in this area have all been under Crimson Helm's control ever since he appeared in Takapass 100 years ago. My people, the Satomi House, keepers of the Gale Shrine, have been battling the beast and his minions ever since. But last year, the fiends attacked and killed the head priest while he was weakened by sickness, and the Gale Shrine fell into their hands. I remember hearing that story. It was big news in these parts. If only I could vanquish Crimson Helm and free the Gale Shrine. But I am no match for the evil barrier that now bars entry. There is only one hope now. Only the warriors who serve the Satomi House can right this wrong. Our last remaining hope for defeating Crimson Helm is the Satomi Canine Warriors. The Satomi Canine Warriors have protected this shrine and served the Satomi House for ages, but alas, They are now scattered throughout Nippon. If we could bring them together again, that could break the barrier and retake the shrine. Really? Then why don't you just summon those puppies on back? I have already tried, but I have yet to receive any word of their coming. I sense their presence nearby, but have yet to find them. What if they were attacked and injured, or even worse? I beg you, would you please sniff their whereabouts? You might find this useful. So now, we're on a little dog hunt. You obtained the canine tracker. I sense 5 of the Osatomi canine warriors here in the village. There's a temperamental bunch and don't take kindly to strangers, but they shall return to me once they see the canine tracker. The canine tracker will guide you to their direction. Please use it, along with your strength, to find them. If it does, sweetness, we'll get them all back without a scratch. Can't wait to see how she thanks us, Amy. So, we now have to get some dogs. Use the dog to hunt the dog. Genius! Exactly! It's the most brilliant thing ever. So, one of the dogs is up there, down, so forth, so on. Before we go for any of the dogs, there's a thing I want to do. Also, this. No, not that. By the gods I vow to. You won't ever. It's Susano. He's one tenacious dude. I wonder what he's doing here. I bet he's having a nightmare about getting beat up by monsters. He's not frantic. It'd be funny if it weren't too sad. That dream again. Is there no escape? I thought by coming to this village. Hey there, Pops. Wandering around in your dreams too? Must be nice to be able to nap in the middle of the day like this. Greatest warrior ever my foot. Hoochie, and the little bug. Here to disturb my meditation again. Even in my dreams, I'm hard at work while devising strategies for defeating the Crimson something or other. I came here to pray for victory at the Ale Shrine, but lo and behold, that Crimson something or other occupies the shrine. Well, with my invincible sword, there's no need to pray, but mankind's fate rests with me. I must be fully prepared. First, I must sit here and come up with a well-thought-out plan. Now where was I? Plan? Yeah, right. That's just your excuse to sleep. Okay. Alright. Now, the thing I was going to do, that was one of them, but there's another one. One of the dogs is also here as well, but that's not what I'm after. What I'm after is to do this. So, gaze, gaze, gaze. So, gaze, gaze, gaze. So, gaze. No, not that one. Start at the top. Gaze. 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 And gaze. Alright. Give me that. Give me that. And then, meat. Give me that. And now, we got ourselves some better weapons, and also one of my favorite mirrors, because look at that! That's just cool, I love it! I'm gonna save, and there! And now we'll get the canines. So I don't think you have to do them in a particular order, and I'm gonna test out that theory. Yep, you don't, okay. Make this blossom. And here's dog number uno. So, all we gotta do now is feed them. And once they have been fed, you like puzzle plate? Yes, it is great. Now that the doge has been fed and he gives us all that, I am full. My master, Princess Fuse, has summoned me. However, I didn't want to go straight home. You hear that, Amy? That means this dog was one of the Satomi's canine warriors. Canine warrior Shin. Now that my stomach's full, I will return to my master. You hear that, Amy? Whoosh! Hi, Dodge! That way Princess Foos will talk about them. Although I thought they were human. You think these flea bags are gonna buy any help? Or be any help? I don't know. Also, something that makes me very happy is that she was sad about there not being any flowers. And since we made flowers again, now she's very happy. Which makes me very happy. They're out, the flowers are out. I give them water every day, you know. I'll keep on watering them too for as long as it takes. Also, make sure it stays day. Because I don't want to have to deal with the day-night cycle. Because this game does have one. And there's no reason to let it be night unless there's specific events to trigger. On to the next doge. Also, dig a hole! And then, whoa, open. Hi, Doge! Have some food! They look starved too, you'll notice, but... Gimme. I am full. Hey, don't worry! Now that my stomach is full, I will return to my master. You hear that, Amy? Whoosh! There he goes, off like the wind. Can you believe these guys? On to the next one! Doge. So you meant to use the canine tracker to find these doges? But I know their locations by heart, so... Also, here's one of my favorite characters, Mr. Bamboo! What a pickle I'm in. Oh, what a cute wolf! I'm in a pickle right now, Wolfie! I'm a craftsman and I work with bamboo, as you can see. But I can't get any work to work on right now. Oh, I shouldn't burden you with my problems, Wolfie. Craftsman, Mr. Bamboo. Boy, that must be some big pickle if you're confiding in a wolf. Hello there, little sprite. Here to listen to an old man ramble. I always got a bamboo over in Sasa Sanctuary in Taka Pass, but I haven't been able to get any there lately. The Sparrow clan suddenly closed the entrance to Sasa Sanctuary. Oh, how I do wish I could craft my bamboo ware. I'm an old man and it's all I have left. To make matters worse, the festival's around the corner. I usually sell my work there, but I'm running out of time. Oh, it ain't the end of the world, Gramps. Well, what if we got ourselves mixed up and now, Amy? And now, Dodge! Hello, Dodge! Come on out! I think he's trying to say something. That's why his tail could be a trade-on tracker. What's that? Give me some food, I'm hungry. Sheesh. Have food. Chunky dog. It is the Fluffy. Whoosh. I am full. Made on warrior cheap. Now that my stomach is full, I will return to my master. That makes 3? 3. Yeah. On to the 4th doge. And then the 5th one is automatically going to be there. And we fight! Oh yeah, also, since I got this, I'm gonna show you what it does. So you see this right here? If I use it on it, it pretty much almost doubles the damage of the weapon. So now my weapon does a lot more damage. Which is very nice. I almost forgot about it. I only remembered because fight. And up here we go. Yoink. Yeet. Get my momentum going. Dodge! Eat! I'm full. K9 Warrior Co. Now let's have explore. Return to my master. Hey, how many of the K9 Warriors does that make? Maybe we should go talk to Princess Goose now. Indeed we should. Oh. Okay. Oh, the hiccups! Oh, excuse me! I'm gonna also come up here real quick because gimme. And there's more items, but we can't get it yet because we are missing a rush technique, which we are going to get soon enough-ish. But yay! And now, for the last of the K9 Warriors in this area, look, you can see him right there! Bark, 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 bark! He is angry, Doge. Hey, Amy! That Fleabag's giving you an evil eye. I think it noticed that canine tracker you got there. What's that? My master, Princess Foos, has summoned me. But first, I wish to try out the skills I've honed on my journey. Hear that, Amy? Princess Foos forbids me to join in the fruitless battles. But I want to prove you right to bear the canine tracker. Why, you've got a lot of nerve taking a fight with us. Well, bring it on, you Fleabag. Right for a ball? Yeah. Yep, there was only one right answer. I don't know who this Fleabag thinks he is, but he's in for a surprise. Because he is! Ouch. And now he's gonna attack. I'm just gonna say no to that. Notice how much health he is losing, by the way. Nope, I blocked way too early for that. Well, I still got a demon thing for it. And that is game. Easy clap. Look at that damage. But I wanted this mirror and that gold dust because easy clap. Beam! And one of their opponent, I see. Let's fight where we have more room. You hear that, Amy? Sounds like fun. This time we'll be playing for keeps. Bring it on, Fleabag. You're gonna wish you went straight back to Princess Foos when we're done with you. Hey, wait. If he's been summoned by the princess, then maybe this is another one of the Satomi K9 Warriors. K9 Warrior Tay. I am done toying with you. Now I shall feel the wrath of the Satomi Power Orb. Satomi Power Orb? Ah, bring it on, dog breath. We ain't afraid. Oh, hey. I thought I had heard something out here. You two aren't fighting, are you? Huh? Fighting? Oh, of course not. There's some friendly wrestling. Look, not a scratch on either of us. Well, at least now we have 5 of the Satomi Power Orbs. But you've been naughty doggies. Why did you not come home immediately when I summoned you? Hey, Princess, what's with those Satomi Power Orbs? Each Satomi K9 Warrior bears an orb of a different virtue. The Satomi Power Orbs are the Satomi's house's greatest treasure. I need the orb's power to break Crimson Helm's barrier, but the K9 Warriors never listened when I summoned them back. And 3 of them have yet to be accounted for. I fear something may have happened to them, but there is no one I could send out to help them. Hey, what's with that look, lady? Okay, I get the hint. We'll find the rest of them, too. After all, I said we'd get them all back without a scratch. Wonderful. I'll be forever grateful. I know the general location of the remaining 3 warriors. I shall mark them on your map. Yes, I know where they are. You have the canine tracker. They shall return here once you have shown it to them. That is, if they have not been injured or even worse. Please hurry. We must get the power orbs and break the barrier. And with that, we're off! So, there are 3 dogs. We're gonna go get 2 of them and also, just like complete some areas. 2 birds, 1 stone type thing. Because remember how we skipped a lot of the stuff in some areas? We're gonna go do those now, because why not? But first, of course, the first thing we have to do is save. Easy! And we're not even like, we're say we're 1/3 of the way into the game now. If that. Actually, no, 1/4 of the way. But right now, what I need. Oh, he doesn't kill him. Dang it. Oh well. Well, that's fine. Oh, does it sell more gold dust though? I thought it. Or does it sell the one? Usually each merchant sells 2. He does! Do I have enough stuff to sell to get more? I do! Perfect. Gimme, gimme. Now I sold out. Meaning that I can make my other shield strong, which is gonna come in handy. 1/4? Didn't realize how long to get. Yeah, no! Like I said, if you speedrun this game 100%, it takes a speedrunner. The world's fastest speedrun on a full percent of this game was almost 9 hours. That gives you an idea of how much is in this game. If the world's fastest speedrunner took 9 hours to 100% this game. This game has a lot, and I mean a lot. So, we have been focusing entirely on the main plot. We have done none of the side stuff. And, let's just say there's a lot of side stuff to do, which we are about to do a good bit of it. Because, right now, it wants us to go to the different areas on the map, as you will notice if I zoom out. It wants us to go back on the map areas and do a lot of stuff. So we're gonna do that. And, one of the side missions I'm going to save for later, but do I have? I do not. I would use, mirror thing, but I don't have any of this. She's supposed to give one, I thought. Yeah, you need a mermaid coin. And, we don't have a mermaid coin, so... we can't use this, sadly, until we buy some. So we have to manually run back. Which is a pain in the butt for us. But now that we've done that, let's check something. Is it the guy or the girl down here? Because we can get one of the dogs. The guy. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. We are going to wait for it to be night now. But yes, to put a long story short, this game has a lot to it. Hence why I loved it so much. Why do you think it took me 2 years to 100% this game without a walkthrough? I spent 2 years of my life during the weekend playing this game for fun and 100%ed it without any walkthrough or guides. So that'll give you a pretty good idea of just how much there is to this. And I'm saying, and 1/4 is being generous. We could be even less than that. 1/5 maybe. But while we wait for it to turn night in game, we're just gonna go around and do some of the stuff in this area. Because we can do this one now and get a technique that'll make life easier for us. Bark, bark, bark. Now let's just kill these super quick. Look at that. Easy left. And then he's coming down, which I'm just gonna do this. Boom! He's instant dead. So what I did there is since I have this and any weapon not the base mirror set as your secondary to block with will cause it when you block to counter them. And since the weapon's damage is boosted, it one-shots them. Like this guy, I bet you I can one-shot him with this technique. I'm just gonna wait for him to pop up the ground and do his drumming. And on the last hit, I'm just gonna block it and kill him. So he sees me. It's very clear. I'm gonna let him do his drumming thing. And... dead. Easy. That is why I use blocking so much in this game. Dodging or blocking. Because blocking counters if you have the right shield equipped, and it does damage like its own business. Easy. Exploration, exploration, also a doge down here that I really like. So I'm gonna take this doge. I'm gonna feed it. Where is you? Doge? Oh, I hear you. Hi! I'm gonna give you some meat. I like this dodge. He is fun. Yay! Good dodge. And we're almost enough to get another ink sack. That's good. Don't need to up that yet. We're not making the big bucks. Now, if memory serves correctly, there is another thing over here. Yep, there it is. Also, it's almost night. I'm gonna do this fight and then it'll probably turn night. Hello, fish! Oh, he's doing this technique. I'm just gonna send these back at him. And then finish him off. Give me that demon thing. Yoink! Spin! And do this. And now we're just gonna finish him. Easy clap. You can see why I wanted these mirrors and I upgraded them. Like, that is easy clap. I'm also gonna get a technique that boosts damage even more later on. So, that's gonna be fun. Gimme. And now it's going to turn night. Yep, you hear that call? That means it's about to trigger. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start running over here. That call tells you it's evening and about to turn night. So now we're gonna relax right here and wait it out. Because yes, and there's Mr. Cutter. So the wife is indoors, but we need to wait for it to be night to do a special thing. So we're just gonna sit here for a hot second and just rest. Let Doge rest. Doge is good. It is good Doge. Best Doge. Very good Doge. Doge get good sleep now. Sleep, Doge. You deserve. Good nap. Yes. It's adorable. Get the good nap. So yeah, it is evening. It will turn night here any minute. So that is why we're just going to chill here for a hot second. Well, that does that. Oh, I could return the pinwheel to that guy. Let's see if I can make it over there before it turns night. Nope, never mind. It literally just turned night. I called it. Alright, well, we're gonna do this then. So, wait, you see that? We're gonna go over to it. Yeet! And yoink this, but that's not the main thing we're after. The main thing we are after is down here. Right here. So, on the side of the house here, there's a little thing we can go up. And we're gonna do such. And there's this. I'm gonna put a bomb here. Or not. Game. There we go. And that's gonna bust open for us. And get that. And now that this is busted open, we're gonna go in. So, now that we have come through, it's like, hey, the moonlight's shining through. And there's this mean old lady here. And, she's only not killing us because of the fact that she already has something to cook. Hey, what are you doing back here again, Mud? You got some nerve going into people's houses like this. You wouldn't even make a decent snack, you scrawny mongrel. My husband caught a nice tasty beast for us to feast on anyway. When it's finally stopped feeding, we can dig in. I can hardly wait. That's how they say sweeting. The moon's very bright again tonight, isn't it? Moonlight can be a real nuisance for us, you know. Seems to give us strange powers and make us show our true colors. That makes it hard to keep us pretense of a normal life. When we get so hungry on nights like that, too. Into the moonlight with you, foul demon! You saw me? You saw me? Where'd the shadow come from? It ain't human, whatever it is. But you saw me. Now I'm going to kill you. I'm going to eat you all up. Bring it on, you spooks. Come out and fight. And now we're going to wreck them. Mr. and Mrs. Cutter turn into demons. Look at them guns. So these guys, in particular, you can't damage them. So you have to wait for them to attack and counter. So there are very specific moments like that you counter them. Speaking of which, dang it, I blocked too late. But now I can attack him and finish him anyways, because he got stuck in the ground. Easy clap. Look at that. So that's supposed to be a super difficult fight, by the way. But because we A, are good at the game, and B, have stuff upgraded, we just need to clap them. The most evil beings of all. Birds! You say as a bird pops up. Oh, it's so awful being locked away by those monsters. I feel so wonderful to be free again. Thanks so much, doggy. Here, let me pet you. My name's Chun, precious flower of the Sparrow Inn. Flower of Sasa Sanctuary, Shun. Is that the girl the boss of the Sparrow Inn was looking for? I better get home, otherwise Pop will be worried about me. But if I go alone, those monsters might catch me again. Would you come with me back to Sasa Sanctuary, doggy? That brat's a handful. Oh well, let's hang with her for a bit. Stupid. Why, you little... Come on, doggy, let's go! Yeah. So now we just head back to the sanctuary we were at. The music is so great, I love it. But off we go back to Sasa Sanctuary. Speed! Bamboo Village, Sasa Sanctuary. Cutscene. Amy, isn't this place that Mr. Bamboo mentioned? He said he couldn't get any bamboo to make his bamboo wire. Indeed, but now that we have brought back the Sparrow... Hey, you Scruffy, what are you doing in Sasa Sanctuary again? The whole Sparrow tribe is on high alert at the moment. No one gets through this gate until the boss's daughter's found. Huh? Chun! Hi, I'm back! Chun, are you okay? Boss, she's back! Chun's back! Up! And there she goes. I'm sorry, Pop. I won't go out on my own again. Sure. Uh-oh. The boss is delighted? You sure about that? This white doggy saved me, Pop. You'll give him something and thank him, won't you? Sure. Open the gates! The boss has accepted you. You're lucky. Okay, then. Better come on up. But before we do, first thing first, loot. Gimme. Maybe. We will collect all these. I plan to 100% the game with you all, or at least, for the most part. No, tomorrow I expect us to be towards the end of the game. And we will then 100% it before we beat it. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. I want to, but at the same time it'll be very time consuming. I want to at least collect the 100 beads. I might do it off stream. So, we'll see. I'll probably do it off stream. So that way you all won't have to deal with it. But at the same time, I really don't want to, waste the beauty of it. But now, we get free treasure. Okay, so he's just about to tell us that we're welcome to all this. But we're just gonna yoink it before he tells us anyways. Because why not? Chirp. Yes, I know. Just big burp. That's all he says. Just chirp. That's it. Just chirp. Gimme. Gimme. And the last one, gimme. Alright, and with that, cutscene. We've been waiting for you. You did a great job finding Chun. We want to thank you too. When I told Pop about everything you did, he was really surprised. Weren't you, Pop? Sure. Uh-oh. The boss is very impressed with you. We want to give you everything in these baskets as a reward. You can rest at the inn down below. And that hot spring behind the inn is great for relaxing. Yes. Yeetus. Yep, and now that we've done that, the next thing we were after is right over here. Because now that this is open, we can work with Mr. Bamboo. And also there's a very special thing here. So, there's this guy. We're gonna work with him in a hut. We gotta work with him. Before we do, I'm gonna take this up. Diggy 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 diggy. Gimme. Oh, or not. There we go. So, now that we got this guy, you'll notice, he's gonna tell us that the bathhouse is a hot spring, but the hot spring is plugged up. So he's currently doing a dance to free it and a prayer. But, if the water's not coming out, and, he's gonna do something really stupid. As you can see with his prayer. He's prayed and prayed and prayed. Oh, the smell of this bamboo sure brings back memories. Bamboo from Sasa Sanctuary smells like no other. I can't wait to get started making my bamboo ware. I must finish in time for the festival. Hey, it's the old bamboo dude. Oh, hello, Wolfie, little sprite. Thank you for all your help. Ever since you found the Sparrow Boss's missing daughter, entry into the Sasa Sanctuary is possible again. I wish I could thank you somehow. Is there something you have been troubled with? Trouble? But the Sparrow over here seems to have a problem. Oh, what's wrong, little Sparrow? Please leave me alone. I have to put things right. I won't set a bad example for others. If I sacrifice my flesh to the gods, they will receive the spring. Here we go again. You wish to revive the dried up hot spring? I may be of assistance in that case. What was that? The bamboo tube on my back reacts to underground minerals. I should be able to easily detect where the hot spring water is. Sure about that, Gramps? Yep, my bamboo was never lie. First, I'll need some help. Now be a good wolfie and dig me a hole. It'll be fun, like a game. Yep, thank you, both of you. Very well, this is a mini-game. So, this is fun. I'm not gonna go through all the explanation for you all. I'll just show you. You can use your brush techniques, your headbutt, and digging to open paths. And you're on a time limit. And essentially, it's a rush to get down to the bottom. And you can open up the, what's it called? Those there, in order to speed up, it'll increase the amount of time you have. But we don't need to do that, because we're speedrunning this skip. We don't need that. Simple as that. So the old man's gonna come down here at some point, and we just gotta wait on him. Hey, turn around. Come this way. Or not. Alright, he'll just bump in the wall and make his way over. So now he's gonna drop on down here. And now we're gonna make him speed up by doing this. Go fast, old man. And dig, 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 dig. Easy, flat. And like that. Also, the loading screens are mini-games, by the way. It's just I don't have them enabled. I should enable them. But whoosh! The hot spring is open! Also, they'd be being burned alive right now. I'd like to mention if that actually were a hot spring. There's a difference between a hot spring and a warm spring. And that's a hot spring with that much power. They're being burned alive right now. Water! Water! The water's flowing again! See? I told you my bamboo ware never lies! Well done, Amy! Thank you, both of you! I'll never forget this! You both have free access to the dark wall of the bathhouse whenever you want! Amy's just like blank as water. Well, I'll dance the hot spring hop forevermore. Look at him go. Wait for it. Constellation! Look, Amy, it's happening again. And this one's actually a really cool constellation, by the way. Like, I like this one a lot. It is just really cool. Yay. Look at this. It's a literal sea serpent in a bottle. And it's really cool. I love it. And it's trying to break out, but... Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. I have remained hidden here, creeping along the water's surface. I, Okami, god of water, am happy to bestow upon you my power. Moisten the thirsty earth and restore the glory of nature. I love how characters in this game, they don't have voices. They have sounds of specific volumes that continuously play. So you just know what their voice is. You don't need to hear their voice, as in them talk, you just know it. So now it's gonna be like, hey, he's on fire, put him out. Tutorial stuff. Whoosh! And now, hey, why don't you draw a thing of water up from the spot, since it looks like it can do a thing. And look at the water just goes whoosh. That's what I'm talking about. I can control power springs. And for doing that, we get a thing. So, there's pressure up here. Blossom. Yeah! And now, we're gonna do this to open the gate. Oof. And the gate is open and we can get the first of $3. Off we go! Whoosh! Off as fast as the wind! Be gone! Yeah! This guy up here is sad because he lost his dog and he has no idea where his dog is. Whatever will he do without his dog? I always bump him too early. But he's just sad because he lost his dog. But we know where his dog is. And we're gonna get it. Dog, 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 dog. Oh, it's not activating. You have to talk to him first. Big upsetty spaghetti. I wanted to just do it. But no, we gotta talk to the guy. We're not allowed to just do it. That makes me upsetty spaghetti. But it makes sense because you wouldn't know otherwise. But yeah, he just tells you, my dog is lost, I have no idea where it is. And it's Ty. I'm screenshotting it real quick and sending that to someone. I have a friend who goes by Ty, as you might know. And I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna DM that him. I just took a screenshot of this and sent it to him. Oh, you're crying. So what's that freaking cry of yours? Puck is lost. He disappeared while we were out for a walk. So his dog is gone. And look at that! The thing has appeared telling us dog is nearby. Oh, I already responded. Jeez. He feels called out. Alright, let's go. Dog, 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 dog. I have... You have to leave an angry message. What's wrong, Ty? Why are you angry? Huh? Why are you angry, Ty? Huh? Pocket's back. Pocket? wait a minute. Wasn't this white wolf who spirited you away? Oh, give me a break. Hey, wait. I think the sea black's trying to say something. White wolf, what right do you have to bear the canine tracker? Fight me and prove that you are worthy. Canine warrior Gee. You hear that, Amy? This must be one of the canine warriors. That canine tracker really set him off. What will it be, Amy? Of course we're gonna fight him. Beat the dog's butt? Yeah, exactly. Okay, you sure you're ready? Don't hold back now. I'm going to wreck his shit. Without question. Speaking of which, this is one of the dogs that does that. Oh, we're both trying to run at each other. Oh, he's going right in with that. I keep blocking too early. There we go. No, I'm not letting that hit me. Nope. Bad. Ow. You finally hit me for barely any damage. And you're almost dead. Come here, you little shit. Like, actually though, stand still, you little shit. You know what? Stand still, and now die. Speed! Ugh. I would have done better damage if he had stood still for me. Orf, yes. Cut it out, leave him alone. I won't let a bully talk like that. Give it up on Chloe. You'll try. Wait a sec, Tweety. We're not bullying anybody. Right, you Fleabag? Come on, say something. I know Princess Boo summons me. It is my duty to defeat Crimson Helm. Well, yeah, the follower of the Gale Shrine. That's how I assert dominance by via barking. Exactly! And spinning! You gotta spin, chase your own tail. But I cannot return. This place is in grave danger. The monsters will overrun Salsa Sanctuary without me. And the Sparrow Tribe, they would all be. Oh, what shall I do? I'll just take that from you. And then soon use that ultimate attack. What ultimate attack, huh? Is it speed? What's this? You know the one. The power orb has chosen you. I need to worry no longer. The final one? I shall remain here to battle with the monsters for the Sparrow Tribe. Even separated, the hearts of the canine warriors beat as one. Hey, wait a second. Speed! Whoosh! I got a case of the zoomies! Zoom! Alright, off we go to the next area. That was all we came here to do. Zoom! Ah, what a fabulous hot spring. Wolfie, I heard a ruckus from afar, but why don't you wash off all that grime in the hot spring? Hot spring? I think we'll pass. Anyway, isn't it about time you started looking for that move? Oh, you're right. The festival is just around the corner. If it falls on the night of the full moon. Night of the full moon? Yep, Kamiki Village holds the Kamiki Festival on the night of the full moon during this time of year. You've heard the legend of how the great heroes Nagi and Shiranui defeated the terrible beast with the help of the gods, haven't you? That's why the village pays homage to the gods and the sacred tree. This year's the 100th anniversary of the beast's defeat. I'd better finish that bamboo ware I want to sell at the festival. Hot dog! I just love festivals! We gotta remember to go back to Kamiki Village on that day. Oh, and by the way, Wolfie, I'd like to give you a little something and thank you for helping in the hot spring digging game. Isn't much, but I'll find it useful to you. Here you go. A mermaid coin! Whoa, that's some grubby pocket change. There are many small springs known as mermaid springs. Yep, this is just, hey, you're a mermaid spring. Yay, money! No, not really. No, that's not money, that's mermaid spring. Oh, here's more he wants to say. It's almost past the full moon. Alright, that's it. But it's not money. That's a token that allows us to fast travel at Hot Springs, which is going to be, or Mermaid Springs, I mean, which is very, very good. So that's going to come in handy. But we now have a new brush technique, which makes life easier for us. So first things first, we save. And now we continue onwards. We'll probably get all the dogs, and once we have them all, save boys and girls. Always save, yes. Always save, never forget to save. Onward we go. Alrighty. Now, I could fast travel right now, but I'm going to manually run back and save that mermaid coin to come back here and save us some time. But then again... Hey, I want to run this way because I got the thing to get back to them anyway, so... Bark, 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 bark. So first things first, you, merchant, give me things. Mermaid coin, give. Always save, and if you don't remember saving, even though you just did save again, just in case. Exactly! Perfect! So he's just like, hey, my wife's gonna be mad if I don't have a pinwheel. Oh, you have a pinwheel! Did you buy that for me? Yes, I did. Thanks, you Poochie. You saved my life. Now I don't have to worry about my wife giving me a wallet. And because I did that, I get this, and they both give me items. And because I got rid of the zone... Oh yeah, the moles took his stuff. So I'm not doing the moles just yet, because... until we get a certain brush technique, you have to rely on pure luck to beat them. Because there's a brush technique that allows you to beat the moles super easy. But, until we get said brush technique, I'm going to wait on doing the moles. In the meantime, we know the fast travel thing. We're gonna use it. Make our life easier. We actually, we need to get some money. So... Before we fast travel, we're gonna fight a couple of these and get some money. You, fight me. I wish to easy clap your cheek. Look at that, two-shot, easy. You, come down here. Attack me. Do it, you won't. Do it, you won't, pussy. And slam dunk. Easy clap. Spin to assert dominance. Next one. I need more money. GG easy no re. Exactly. Attack me. Do it. Dead. Beam! Beam! I'd say 1 or 2 more fights and we'll have enough yen to do what I want to do. Because I need a certain amount of yen in order to do what I'm after. Give me a Demon Fang. You. Die. And the same goes to you. Beam! Money, 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 money. Alright, let's fight one more and then we'll fast travel to go to the next village, which will also give us a lot of money. So... Bitch, you thought! Nah, I blocked. Get out of the air! You're not allowed to fly. Only I'm allowed to fly like this. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, that's a good money. Gimme, gimme. Alright, that should be enough. Hopefully. Now let's fast travel. By the way, how's your bull's day been? I am curious. Has everyone been having a good day? Yes, maybe, possibly. Man, now we throw the coins in here, and now we fast travel to the other pond. There we go. Fast travel! I hope everyone has been having a good day and a good night. And look, we're back here. Also, make sure it stays day. So the reason I was getting money was for this. Since I usually use the mirrors, because high damage and defense simultaneously, I want to get the 4 wins technique. So what this does is it takes my shield from hitting 3 times to hitting 4 times. Which is very nice. Now we're gonna be in here for a hot minute because if you do the technique a ton of times, you get a reward for it. So now you notice we hit 4 times instead of 3 times now, which is very nice. Again! Yay! And now we are going to proceed to do the technique about 50 to 100 times, because he gives you a special reward if you do. So we're just gonna proceed to beat the ever-living crap out of this. Oh no, we're not at that point yet, okay. Oh no, no. Yeah, you do it a couple times. We don't have to do this, by the way. We can walk out and we just have the technique. But if you do it, you get a reward. That's why I'm doing it. That's enough for now, he says, but we aren't finished. There it is. Gimme, gimme. Alrighty, that's what we're after. I don't think he gives us another one. It's just the one. And with that, we got the technique. So our already super high DPS shield now deals even more damage, because why not? Out we go. Whoosh! Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Minigame. Original settings. Minigames. On. So in loading screens, now we have minigames, which can give or reward us demon fangs if we do it quick enough. But since my computer loads so fast, we'll probably never get one. Yes, I know about the Canine Warrior. Off we go to get the next Canine Warrior. This dog. So, he doesn't do anything with us till night. He is going to stay here, and he will not talk to us more until night falls. So, now, we're just gonna go off and do stuff until that. Also, big orange go burr. Gimme. In the meantime, do you remember how a certain old lady told us to come visit her last time, and she would give us some stuff? Well, we can do that now. So this is Mr. Orange's residence. Where is Miss Orange? Is it in here, maybe? Also, British. gonna explore the houses, because there's stuff hidden in them. Dumb. Yeah. So we're just kind of running around waiting for it to turn night so we can progress the story. And until then, we're just gonna keep pulling Mr. Orange here. Now, where did Kushin go? Near festival time, she said. Yeah, this is another thing we're gonna have to do, which we are going to do later. But first, watermelon! And in here, there should be a nice hidden thing beyond just the money. Oh, okay. Must be in the other house, I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're just running around waiting for it to be night. Ba-da-ba. Also, food. Oh, yeah, no, well, I just remembered a secret we can get. Now, we can get up there. So we're gonna go do that. And then we'll save. You! Helmet! Whoosh! So, there's some secrets up here that we can get to now that we've come back with different brush techniques. Which is very nice. Oh, stranger, what's there? Where'd it go? Oh! There it is. Oh, I almost had it. That. No? Hold on, where's the other one? There's another one around. There it is! It wasn't showing up for some reason. Yeet! That's what I was after. Because now we can go back here. And check it! Special stuff. Yoink! Street mead! And then up here... No, okay. So that was the big thing. And then there is another secret, I'm pretty sure, down here. Is it? Yep, there it is. That. Gimme. Yeah, give me the base. Oh, boss. Alrighty. Is there anything else hidden around that I'm forgetting? I mean, there is one thing I can do. I'm gonna run up to the top. Also, actually, I just realized there is some rewards we have to claim and also another thing to do. And we are gonna do exactly that. So since we cause those blossoms, those other trees to blossom, you'll notice there are golden peaches here. And if we cut them down, we get rewards. This game rewards you for making progress, and I love that. Perfect. Now with that, we will go up and get the other thing I was thinking of, and do another thing. Because I plan to, whilst I'm in the area, since I have the brush techniques, do some things, but... Wait. Easy clap. And because we did it so quickly, he should give us a nice reward. You was not witness? Gimme, gimme. Nice. And we're gonna come up here. Hello, birds! Where is... Oh, there was... No? Okay. Thought there was another secret up here, but I must be wrong. Alright, that's fine. Alright, and with that, we're gonna jump back down. And just wait for it to be night. Yeet. But sadly, we don't have the ability to make it night. Not yet, at least. We don't get that till much later. So... in the meantime, we're going to save and then wait for it to turn night again. Save? Perfect. Alright, now we just wait for it to turn night, so that's going to take a hot minute. And in the meantime, we can chat and so forth, and do stuff. Oh, I'm literally, hold on, let's go see if we can find something. I am literally 1 away from being able to up my ink count. Which I really want to do. There's gotta be something around here I can do. Maybe. Is there an animal I can feed? Beyond him? Let's see if he'll take it anyways. No, I don't have meat for him. What I did? No, I know exactly what we can do. There are chickens over here. There are chickens. They'll take the seed. Feed. No, they don't take it. You would have thought they'd taken herbs, but guess I gotta get seed. Alright, I'll go buy some seed. Then we can level up. Pork. Bunnies, you'll eat this. Yes! Gimme! Whoosh! And now we can level up. Let's go! Ooh. Nice. Our ink pot count has increased. And we're gonna save. And now we just wait for it to be night. So, yeah. Iris. So, I'm just gonna let this go and wait for it to turn night. God, that's gonna actually annoy me, that incessant beeping. Go somewhere where it's less incessant. There we go. So, what I was about to say, I got a couple things. One, as I said earlier, I'm contemplating, there's the rest of the time, 1 or 2 minutes. I'm contemplating doing a cooking stream. I have all the stuff to do, 2 recipes I want to do. 3 actually, but, would you all be interested in that? Because I want to do it. I really do. And it'll be a lot of fun to do. At least I think so. And the second thing is, do you all have any emote preferences? Or suggestions? Because I'm going in the near future get emotes made for both the channel here and for the server. And I want to know if you all have any ideas or anything you'd like to see. Because if so, then we will do that. And if not, so far, the vote we have is for an excited emote. But there are two open slots, and I'm thinking an excited, happy emote is definitely going to be one of them. Because I can agree with that. But as for the other 2, it's up for debate on what it should be. I thought about doing a lurking one, but Twitch already has a default lurk emote in it. So, not yet. I'm gonna make that one we do much later on. Then we'll have something like, I don't know. Hold on. Maybe I'll make a raid. Maybe we'll do a raid emote. Maybe not yet, though, but we will do one in the future. But we're gonna do a happy, excited emote. Maybe a sad, and, I'm not sure what else. But also, it is dogfighting time. Man settle their differences at night. Man to man, fist to fist. Fight me! I will kick thine ass! He's gonna jump over to me probably, but if not, I'll go to him. Oh, he's going in for the attack right off the bat. No, bad. Oh crap. Yep, I gotta avoid that hole, by the way. So this one's the most annoying of the villains to deal with, I think. In my opinion. But at the same time, not the hardest. Done. Easy clap. Assert dominance! Beam! Okay, you got some explaining to do, Fleabag. Why did you go to the princess's summons to wait for the festival? I am not the real Hayabusa. The real Hayabusa died along with Mushi's father when they were attacked by monsters deep in the forest. I happened to pass by about that time, but I was too late. Right before Hayabusa died, She begged me to protect Mushi. She foretold the coming of an evil arrow from the sky. An arrow that would kill Mushi on the night of the full moon. That is how I came to live here in this village. I have been waiting for the full moon of the festival season. Nobody noticed I was not the real Hayabusa. As we are the same breed. The night of the full moon draws near. I shall not move from here. My duty is to fulfill Hayabusa's dying wish. I must protect Mushi. Loyalty orb. We got the Satomi power orb, Amy. What was all that she said Hayabusa is foretold? Something or other about an arrow that would kill Mushi. That's not a very happy story for such a festive season. I hope it's not related to the legend about Orochi and the arrow. Alright, with that, I'm going to save and end it for the night. We can make a lot more progress, and I would be down to, but my voice is getting rasped, and I don't want to strain my voice and not be able to talk tomorrow or something. So I'm going to end things here for tonight. So let me go ahead, flip my scene, get the game shut out and all that. Swap my scenes and all that, and we'll talk for a hot minute. Let me go ahead and make sure I save, and then I'll close the game. Save. Yes. And then we're gonna return the title. Yes. Oh, cracked my neck. Yes, we're gonna close the game now. Begin with yes. Alright. So, with that, I'm going to end things for the night. But before we do, as I was saying a moment ago, I'm only ending because my voice is rasped right now, but I'm contemplating doing a cooking stream. And the second thing is, if you have any emote ideas or so forth, feel free to put it in the general chat of the server. Because right now, the two emotes I'm thinking I'm doing is excited and the sad. Those are the two emotes I'm contemplating doing. If you have, I'm not sure what the third will be. So, and I'm currently writing stuff down for myself. So that, you know, I know it. And I know what reference type thing. Yeah. Example of... There we go. Alright, well, I am going to end things off for the night. I hope that everyone has a good night, has a good day, that you all sleep well, and then you have a good week. I hope to see you all tomorrow for the second Okami stream, because I'm going to do it tomorrow as well to make more progress. Hopefully we'll hit the halfway mark by tomorrow's stream. So that'll be fun. But, remember everyone, love yourselves, love others. If you don't love yourself, you do it out of spite. Stay healthy, stay hydrated. And remember, wear your face mask in public. Have a good night, everyone.